What's good, y'all? My name's Fumi. I'm an 18-year-old DGen who is unemployed and needs to make some money. So what do you do when you're 18 and you do not know how to make money? You buy a fucking Larps course. So in today's video, we are buying a Larps course.
The Nasdaq home.
Buying in with $5,000. We're gonna test this out for a month and see how it works out. Let's go. So y'all might be wondering, what is the point in this video? Why are you doing this? The goal in this video is to see, are Larps valid or not? And can you become one too? That's my final goal in life. So today we're gonna see if a Larps course actually works. So we're gonna be buying this guy named Jonah's course. I've been following him for a while. It seems like he's like somewhat legit. So we'll see about that. So you're probably wondering, what the hell does this guy sell, all right, so they sell a Discord server for $100 a month, and you get access to like a bunch of like traders or whatever, and they give you call outs. So we're gonna be testing that out for the month, and they call out day trades, option trades, swing trades, all that type of stuff. And they use Robinhood, the broker Robinhood, so that's what we'll be using today. And we are gonna be swinging options contract, day trading options contract, all that type of stuff. So let's get to it. Alright, so on a real note though, I'm not a complete and total DGen. I have been in the stock market. This is my third year. And for the past couple of years, I've been social arbitrage swing trading. And that's been averaging me like 100% return each year, which is absolutely amazing. But I'm getting older. I'm 18 now, so I can do a bunch more stuff. And I'm trying to get into using leverage. So that is part of the goal with this month's test, to hopefully I can learn something and you guys can learn something, whoever's watching this, about options and just how it all works, and if that's something you guys would be interested in doing. Also to show the truth, dark side or good side on, do these courses that you buy actually work. So this one, it was $100 for the month, 103 after tax or something. It gives you unlimited access to this Discord, and I will be updating you guys, showing you guys every little step, weekly updates on what happened each day, progress reports at the end of the week, so you guys can see all the transparency. All right, with that being said, let's fast forward a week to the first progress report.
A few moments later.
What's good, y'all? So it's been a week, first progress report. This week we took 3 options trades. First alert was on Monday at 10 a.m. SOXS. We bought and sold that an hour and a half later for plus $48 right here. On Monday, we also bought ASTS, so whatever that is right here. We're down a little bit on that, but not too bad. Tuesday, we bought KWEB. Sold Thursday, plus 175, W trade. Friday, I forgot to record the buying of this one, but CNDS, we sold that plus 520, plus 743 on the week. W week on the option spot. But one downside was we did call out to buy Roblox, not an options call, just the stock itself, ahead of their earnings call. And their earnings call, below expectations, stock tanks. I bought 2x leverage. I'm down 40%
Stop the
on
cap.
that. So, all right, you can pause it. All right, so like that. All right, so we're down like 700, whatever this money is right here on that. So it's like overall in the week, I think we're like break even. But the options calls is what we are more concerned about, because that is like has deadlines. The Roblox can always just go back up, so we're not too concerned about that. But anyway, one con I have with the whole thing so far. 3, 2, 1. All right, so one con I have so far is that, for example, the Roblox trade, he alerts it, shit tanks to the floor, everyone's losing all their money, and then he calls it out to buy it again at the bottom, and it goes up like 5% the next day. And he posts on his story of the alert going up 5%, but not posting that he alerted it out before, and we're still all down money on the stock. So that is like one con. I kind of like do like lie about that type of stuff, but overall still good. 7 out of 10 week. All right, so we started the week right here at 20,000. We ended the week at 22,000. So total profit on the whole account was plus 2,000 for the week. That's it for this week. I'll see y'all next week. All right, y'all, so officially halfway through the challenge. This week's update, we actually had a very busy week, a lot more action this week. So first trade, we bought Baba, bought and sold that 540 to 813, so profit right here. And then our next trade was CRVW. I bought that for 392, sold that for a little bit of a loss on 365. Our next buy was NIO, bought 607 of that right here. And then we're still holding on to that right now. We'll update on you how that does. Oracle, big one of the week. Bought that for 606, then we sold for $11.90, profit of like $500 something right there. Next up, HIVE 360. We're still holding on to that now. That expires in September or something, so that's a long-term play. Next one, SLB, same thing there, expires in like November or something. I thought it was pretty interesting for more like day traders. They're having like a throughout the whole year type trade, so that was interesting to me. Next one of the day traders, JPM, he called out SPY, bought that for 460, and it was gonna expire the same day, so it was a day trade. Spiked up $200, 50% in the first 5 minutes. I should have sold, but I mean, I don't really know what I was doing with that. And then it came back down. I sold at 462, so break even. Like, that was like really unfortunate. And then on the last day, we bought $3,381 of BKSY. We're swinging that through the weekend, so we'll see about that, how that ends on Monday. All right, y'all. So after all that, we were down 174 on the week, so not the results we were looking for. It was starting off really good in the beginning of the week and then it jumped off the cliff. So I'd rate that week overall like a 5 out of 10, better than losing, of course. So we're still up on the challenge overall halfway through. I'm going into the second half, high optimism. It's actually super interesting, super fun, like doing the challenge and seeing what's gonna happen on a day-to-day basis. 5 out of 10 for this week, 7 out of 10 for last week, so that's the halfway update, and I'll catch you on the next week. Y'all like the new whip? I've been gone for a while. The challenge went a lot longer than I anticipated. I got busy with stuff, with work, just picked up this new car right here. Back with the results. First, I'm not gonna like show all the trades or whatever. We'll show up the final balance right here. Boom, exactly, $30,000. That means we made 10 grand in 5 weeks. Overall, absolute W success. There's this one trade, Dell. I made like 4 grand on that in one day. That was one of the traders called out Clutch. He's the best one there by far. Like, all the other dudes are like, it's not really worth it. And then the main dude, Jonah, he's a long-term investor. That's what I've discovered throughout the whole challenge. Secondly, Jonah, talk about Jonah. Jonah's pretty good. His long-term investments, they do pretty well. His is more like 6 months, like, to plan out a trade versus like the swing trades, which are like a couple of days to maybe like a week max. Alright guys, so this is the conclusion of the video. To answer the question, should you buy a Larps course? I came into this very speculative, and my final conclusion is I think yes to some. I think there is a lot of scams out there, and you should be careful where you put your money. Know the person and maybe like track them for a little bit before diving into the course and trusting them with your money. But for me, overall, this was a really good experience, but I really liked it. I would recommend doing your research, and I would give this challenge 10 out of 10, obviously. All right, guys, that's it for this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.